So good afternoon students, we'll start the fifth problem today. So if the question indicates here, draw the network diagram and find the critical path. So this is the question, okay, which is given by, which is given. So you can see there are the activities A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. See, these are the activities, okay. So this is the predecessors, as well as these are the number of days that are required to complete the activity. So for the, if you see the activity A, for activity A they mention the predecessors, it is nil. Is it fine? That indicates these A and B are nothing but the static of the project. So when you start a project, these two activities start simultaneously. So simply if you go for the C, okay, for the C activity that is successor, if you want to move for the C activity, that indicates okay the predecessor should be completed. That is your the previous activity should be completed. So here you can see, okay, once you complete the B activity, so then only we can move to the C activity. See, similarly for each individual activities, okay, the successor, okay, he has given the predecessors. So once you complete A, D activities, then we can move for E. Okay, similarly for all the activities, okay, he has given the predecessors and he has given the number of days that is required to complete the task. Now we will start the problem. Okay, so I'm starting from. So here we will start with respect to activity A. We know we should start with respect to event, right? So we should start with respect to the event. So kindly say students. So we will start with respect to the first event. Okay. So we know here. So there are two activities. Okay. So that will be starting simultaneously, A and B, right? So I'll write the two activities, the head and tail of activity, and I will mention this is activity A and activity B. So how many days are required for A activity? It is 6 days. How many days are required for B activity? It is 5 days. Okay, this is the starting point of the project. Is it fine? So next we'll move on to the next the activity, that is C activity. Is it fine? You can see here the activity C. Okay. Once the activity B is completed, the procedures for the C is to B. So once the B activity is completed, then we can move to C. So I mentioned this as 2 and this as 3. Okay, event. Is it fine? So now I'll be looking after the activity C. Okay, if you want to move on to the activity C, then B activity should be completed. Okay, and he has given 2 days time to complete the activity B. Okay, activity C. Now see students, I'll draw a C activity and I'll mention as how many days? 2 days. It is required 2 days to complete the C activity, and I'll mention event 4. See 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it fine? See next I'll move on to the D activity. The precedence for this D activity is C. Again he is mentioned 2 days. So where is C is here? Again draw the activity D and mention how many days is required? 2 days, and mention this number as event as 7. Okay, so this is over. So B to C is over, C to D is over. Now you come to the activity E. If you want to proceed the activity, the procedures for the E activity is A and D. Okay, the procedures for the E activity is A and D. See, where is A is here and D is here. Is it fine? So once the A and D activity is completed, then only we can move for E activity. See, for constructing E activity, okay, so we should start with respect to A and D. So now, as we know, okay, there's no connection between the network C and that is your event 3 and 5, right? To move on to the E activity, we know that the D and A, the event should be completed. So A and D activity should be aligned with respect to each other. So now what you should do? Okay, you should draw a dummy line. That's why this is called as what? Dummy activity. So once you attach your D activity and D activity, then only we can move on to the E activity. Okay, you should remember this. Now see here, I will draw a arrow and I will mention E activity of how many days, which is for 2 days. See, A and D should be, the network should be completed, A activity and D activity. Is it fine? Now I will draw a event and I will draw just 6. Is it fine? So next we will move on to the activity 7. So as we know, okay, once the D activity is completed, okay, then we can go for F. Where is D? D is here. So draw a line and mention this as F activity, and you mention how many days? 1 day. Is it fine? So after F, we should come for G. So again you can see, okay, A and D. Is it fine? See, the A activity is here and D activity is here. Is it fine? So we should start with the A and D. So that I see here, I am drawing a line, an arrow, and I am mentioning this as your G. Of how many days? 1 day. I am mentioning this as what? 7th event. Is it fine? Next, we will come back to the G. So G is over. Next H. So the precedence of H is E. So E is here. So I should draw a straight line. Okay, I'll draw a straight line. And I'm mentioning this as H. Of how much? 5 days. And I'll call this as 8 event. Is it fine? So next we'll come back to the ith activity. For ith activity, you should remember the predecessor of I is G and H. Where is G? G is here and H is here. So the network should be completed, okay, according to the condition. So you complete the network. To draw the activity I, okay, we should draw this dummy activity, DA. Is it fine? Dummy activity. And now you draw the line or arrow, that is I. How many days? 6 days. And we mention this as 90 minutes. Is it fine? 90 minutes. See, later you come to the J. See, J activity, once I activity is completed, then we can move for J. And here, see, here I am showing an arrow mark and I am mentioning this as J of how many days? 2 days. And I am mentioning this as 10. Is it fine? Now, okay, now you can see K. Okay, if you want to move for K activity, the predecessor of K is G. Where is G here? G is here. So you should remember. Is it fine? So G is here. So G is here. So K should move from G. So, but according to the condition, the next condition you can see here for next activity L. Okay, G and K are the predecessors of L. So where is J? J is here. Okay. Then I should draw K. So when you join, okay, the event 7 to 10, so then we can mention that as K, because K will be K. So for successor K, G will be the precedence. So draw the line or arrow, and you mention this as K. Okay, and how many days? 4 days is equal to complete the task. So now see here, it is over, and now we can come for. Okay, for L, the predecessors of R, J and K, so J is here and K is here. Now you draw the line, arrow, and you mention this as L of how many days? 3 days. You mention 11. It's fine. And last is here. For M, the predecessor is L. So L is here. Draw a straight line, arrow mark, arrow. Then you mention this M of how many days? 1 day. And you mention this is 12. So this is the actual network diagram. So this is the actual network diagram. So this is the end point of project. Is it fine? Now if you see, okay, the network diagram is not complete because here F, from F, okay, it is not connected to 12. So this error is called as this error, okay, which you can see here. Okay, the network is not completed from the 5th event to 12th event. That is for F. That is F activity. So this is called as dangling error. Okay. So basically, okay, it is defined as an activity got disconnected, okay, before the completion of all the activities in a network diagram. So if you see here, okay, the if activity is not connected, so this is called as dangling error. Is it fine? An activity got disconnected before the completion of all the activities in a network diagram. See, all the activities are completed, but you can see this F is not connected to 12. That is for the end point of project. Now what you should do to complete the network diagram, kindly show the arrow mark, okay, to 12th event, okay, to complete the network diagram. So now the network diagram is, now you can see the network diagram is completed. Okay, but this error is called as dangling error, you should remember. Now we should find the critical path, students. Now we will find the critical path. Critical path, okay. So here you can see there are, here A2, see 1 to 3, okay, event, then 3 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11 and 11 to 12. This is the one path you can see here. So I am writing here, so kindly see students, A2, that is activity A to E, E to H, H to I, I to J, J to L, L to N. Is it fine? Okay, and if you add number of days, okay, it's coming as 6 plus 2 plus 5 plus 6, 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1, you get as 25 days. Is it fine? So if you add, students, so if you add all this thing, example A 6 days, E, okay, 2 days, H 5 days, then I 6 days, J 2 days, L 3 days, okay, and M 1 day. So if you add, okay, you're getting 25 days. Okay, you should remember this, students. So for first path, okay, we're getting 25 days. So similarly, okay, we will try to, so we will find for second path. Path to see A, see again A activity, then G, again I, J, L, M. Okay, I'm writing here A, the G, okay, that I, J, L, M. Okay, so if you calculate this, okay, you get as, shall write here, students, I'll write here 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. So you get as 24. Okay, see, A is 6, G is so G is 6, sorry, G is 6, okay, this we mentioned as 6, so G is 6, okay, G is 6, then again I is 6, is it fine, and J is 2, L is 3 and M is it fine. So kindly make GF 6, okay, 6 days to complete the task. Next we will see the third part. So can you see, students, we will find the third part. So we will find the third test, students. For check A, G, K, L, M. Here A, G, K, L, M. Is it fine? The total number of tests required 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1. So the total number of days are required. This part is 20 days. So next we will move to the next path, that is here B, C, D. Is it fine? G, C. Go like this. Then E, H, I, J, L, N. So right here B activity, C activity, D activity, then E, H, I, J, L, M. Is it fine? And if you find this, you will get as 6 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. So it will be 29 days. So next we will go for next path. See, again fifth path is B, C, D. Is it fine? Then again the dummy activity, then G, okay, K. Is it fine? Yeah, yeah. So this is the next part. So I'm mentioning here B, C, D, dummy activity, then G, K, L, M. So that is 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1. So this will be 23 days. Okay, and we will see the next sixth part. So sixth part again here B plus B activity, C activity, then D, F. Okay, so that we will mention B, C, D, F. This 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. It is 10 days. And last part for this is here B, C, D, dummy activity, then G, okay, G, then here dummy activity, I, J, L, M. Okay, so this is last part B, C, D, then dummy activity, G, I, J, L, M. So if we calculate the number of days, 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. So that will come under 27 days. So by this the path we can say that the fourth path, that is, it has the maximum days. Is it fine? So this is the critical path, because according to the definition, okay, the maximum days, okay, so which we are getting from the network diagram. Okay, so this is the number of days so that is required to complete the project. Okay, so this is the minimum possible days. So this number is the minimum possible days that is required to complete the project. So this completes, okay, your problem number 5, students. Thank you.